Now, before you scroll down, enter something in the comments. Just hear me out. Why is giving up sometimes better than optimism? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this episode of Living Spiritually in a Practical World. All right. Now, okay, I was going to say I was playing with words a little bit, but not entirely. So why is quitting better than optimism? Now, once again, like so many of the teachings, it's not what you do, it's where you're doing it from. And yes, it is a bit of a play on words or labels, and labels at their best are often crude instruments to define complete experiences. What it comes down to is, what is a vibrational state that you're in? And this is an important thing to remember. So I hadn't actually, your homework assignment usually doesn't come before now, but your homework assignment, all right, your homework assignment is to practice, and some of you will have been doing this already in some of the other events we teach. Practice going from the label to the bodily sensation, to the five senses sensation. So what I mean by that, and this is what trips us up, because when you've seen why quitting is better than optimism, the first thing you go, well, no, I mean, you never quit, and optimism is the way to go, and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely, if you look at the labels. But what is that vibrational set point that you're choosing, again, to quit or optimism? You see, because those are just labels. What matters is what vibrational state those labels, in this case, are putting your body in. See, and that's the thing. When your body is in a so relaxed, and again, you've heard this before. I mean, relaxed could be like this, or relaxed is like so. You know, my old saying about some days we're wind beneath our wings, and other days we're dragging our butt across the carpet. So, I got my mic turned up too hot. Here, let me turn it down a little bit. I'll move it away. I'm excited. So I haven't done a video for a while. You see, optimism in and of itself is great. It can set you in the perfect vibrational state to allow what is natural for every one of us. And that's for your life experience to get better and better and better. Now, it doesn't mean it's just like shoot the straight trajectory like this. But what it does mean is that, so over a period of time, it's going like this. And like I said, you're going to have those days where it's like, oh God, right? And that's okay. You manage your way through them. And then you have those when it's like, hey, hallelujah. So here's what we sometimes do. So we go optimism. Okay, so I'm optimistic. See, I'm choosing to be optimistic. I'm holding on to optimism. I'm holding on for dear life to optimism. Now, great word. But are we really achieving that desired vibrational state? And if it's like holding on to optimism, you're probably not. And that's what trips us up. And I know for myself it is, because we've been conditioned, right? We've been conditioned that, work hard and hold on and all this kind of stuff. And there are some cases that is very, very true, but not in all cases. And the thing of it is, so often that working hard is focused on the physical, which is fine. But now we're talking about manifesting and blending the, if you will, spiritual into the practical. It's what's the vibrational state I'm in when I am doing fill in the blanks. And so optimism, optimistic, it's a wonderful word. But if you're in this vibrational state when you're holding on to optimism, that's what really matters. So the label's fine, but that's not what the creative flow is, the words we use, law of attraction, pick your label. That's not what it's listening to. It's not listening to what you say, it's listening to what you vibrate. See, and now this is why, and it's almost like this kind of strange irony is that, and I don't know if you've experienced this, but when you take this understanding and apply it, you'll see it over and over and over again. A really good example, that one maybe you've experienced, or different specifics, but the same theme. You're looking for a job. You're looking for a job and you've got resumes out and you're out there pounding the pavement every day and you're getter out there, do this, do that, doing interviews. And it's like a wall of rock. Nothing seems to be giving. And then you finally go, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I give up. Now, when you say that, it's really interesting that here's what happens. I'm working and I'm putting and I'm doing all this stuff, and then I give up. See what you're doing? See how your body vibration changed? Now, I'm not saying that's the best, giving up sort of thing, but it does put your body in that vibrational state that starts to allow. And then what happens? Or maybe you're working and working and working and you get the job, right? So maybe you're putting out resumes, but you're not getting phone calls. You're not getting like nothing. And then you finally get the job. Now, when you get the job, see, in a way, you're giving up as well. But what you're doing is you're giving up this to get the job. See? So the trick is you're not giving up the desire. You're giving up the gun to make this happen, which changes your vibrational state. So you get the job, everything is fine, everything is wonderful, and then within 2 days, you get like 3 phone calls for interviews. And you go, like, what the hell? Here I was, and I got nothing. Then I finally get a job. And now all these interviews, like, what's the deal? Another one that's really common is so couples that are trying to have a child, and they're trying and they're trying and they're trying and they're trying, and they just, that's it, right? And then they do need more coffee. They do one of 2 things. They either stop trying and go, well, I guess it's not destined for us, and on and on and on. Or let's say they go, well, we're going to adopt. And when one of those 2 things happen, guess what happens? In a very short period of time, of course, the lady gets pregnant. So how, like, and then we say, here we tried for so long, and as soon as we did one or the other, now it happened. Why did it not happen? Here's the key. Why did it not happen when we were trying so hard? And that is the key. When you're trying, I got to turn my mic down. When you're trying, you're introducing tension. You're putting your body in that vibrational state that is not receptive and not in alignment with that creative flow, which is trying to kind of pull the pieces together and put out the next steps and all that kind of stuff. But it has a really, really hard time showing up when you're like this. But when you're like this, however you get there, if you go, screw it, I'm going to sit and watch TV today. I'm saying you do that every day, but whatever. Change the vibrational state of your body. Then that now starts to open the gates. So now we are starting to align with the creative flow. And now things can start to flow and the steps can start to kind of lay themselves out for you. So your homework assignment is the labels are cool, but be aware of the vibration your body is in. And to use labels, we could go with, screw it, I just don't care anymore. And that does put you in the vibrational state. But what if we could just do that before that? What if we could create that state before we get to the screw it stage? And this is your homework assignment. And this is where my old hashtag, I want to feel good, is so valuable, because it doesn't really matter what you do. If and as you put yourself in that state, you're now changing the vibration that you're in. And remember, this whole process is real time, right? Real time, real time, real time. That creative flow, the words we use, it doesn't care what you were feeling or vibrating yesterday, 10 years ago, or 10 minutes before now. And it doesn't care what you're vibrating 10 minutes from now. What it listens to is right now, real time. So it doesn't matter what you did up until this moment. Maybe there's some baggage to clean up, whatever. But the creative flow only hears or listens to what your body is vibrating right now. So your homework assignment is be aware of the vibrational state your body is in. And on those things that you're trying so hard and not getting anywhere, maybe give up on the trying. You're still maybe taking the steps, but you're doing your best to take them from taking the steps to gotta make it happen. Believe me, easier said than done. Man, let me tell you, easier said than done. But thankfully, this creative flow effectively doesn't have any memory. Doesn't care how many times or how long you've screwed up. What it cares about is what are you vibrating right now. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. You seen something at the bottom? This whole 777 weekly study group. It's something that we're starting up. Haven't got that far yet as far as rolling it out, but putting the pieces together. Just keep checking on the website, and we'll be doing videos, of course, as it gets closer as well. All right. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the web.